Hi everybody. Today I'm going to teach you a combination with several variations on the Egyptian walk. It's a combination that you can put into your own dances really easy because it goes over 16 or 32 counts, so you can pop it into pretty much any pop song or sha'abi song or a little folkloric song. It's got that kind of earthy feel to it because it's got the Egyptian walks, and I'm also going to teach you an extra little hip push. Now, before we go any further, I'm not going to teach the basics of the Egyptian walk. I've covered that in a previous video, which I will put a link to underneath. So if you don't know how to do the Egyptian walk or my variation of it, then have a look at that one first. But if you know how to do an Egyptian walk anyway, you'll be able to do this one. We're going to start off with an Egyptian walk coming forwards. Now, the way that I do it, if you look back at that video, is that I have my weight forward on my front foot, this knee is bent. As my foot comes through, my hip goes down, up, down, and I step and put the weight forward on this left foot. So I'm going under, down. See how this knee is bent? This is important for the later ones, to see how the knee bends here, and the knee bends, and the knee bends, and the knee bends, and the hips are going da-da-dum. Now keep that Egyptian walk, the hips going up and down, nice and even. Watch out for a tendency to come like, whoa. Yeah? Make it nice and easy. And the weight is down and down. As I say, it's got a lovely earthy, folky feel to it, this one. Okay, so we're going to do 4 of those. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do this new hip push. Well, it's not new. I think it's quite an old one. I remember learning this, oh my goodness, like decades ago in Cairo from a folkloric dancer in Cairo, and I love this. I have 1 foot forward, yeah, and this knee is bent. I'm going to show you from the front because I think it's easier for you to see this. This knee is straight at the back. What I'm going to do is and this hip is forward here. I'm going to bend this knee and my hips naturally will square up. And then I'm going to straighten both knees and that hip will come forward. Yeah, got that? So I bend both knees, my hips square up, and I straighten my knees up. And because this foot is further forward than the other one, it naturally goes forward. Yeah, let's look at that in the mirror. Let's go from the Egyptian walk. So we're going 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. You see how this knee is bent? This hip is naturally sort of like angled forward. This knee is straight at the back. So I'm going to bend this back knee. This is my left knee. I'm going to bend that knee. That straightens up or squares up my hips. And then I'm going to push. I'm going to bend again and push and push and push. So my and, when I say and, that's normally the preparation move before the actual move, and that's certainly the case here, yeah? So I'm going and, which is my bend. Sorry, hips should square that way. And then I push and push that hip forward, yeah? You do need to keep your brain on for this one to remember which way your hips are meant to be going. But when we're actually putting it through and doing them all together, it should come naturally. We're going right foot forward, left foot forward, right foot forward, left foot forward. We're going to bend this back knee, that hip should square up. So you're bringing this left hip back, so you square and push and push and push and push. Yep. Now, I'm going to come over here just a little bit just to make sure you can see because I'm travelling over that way. We're now going to go, so see how this foot is in front? I'm going to go across and open, yeah? Because we're doing an Egyptian walk, basically I'm doing exactly the same thing as if I was just going forward on my left foot and then my right foot, but I'm going sideways. Okay, so My left leg is going to come across and that knee is bent. Yeah? Again, if you have a look at my initial Egyptian walk video, you'll see how it works. And I think I said I'll put the link to it down below so that you can find it. And I'll also put a link at the end as well. Yeah? So you can definitely find it. So, we're here. Nattering away. So my left leg is going to come across and I'm bending this knee because that's what I do with an Egyptian walk. I'm going to put my hands on my hips so that you can really see. Then my hip comes up, down, up, and then this knee bends in the same way as if I was going forward. And cross and bend. Let's do it from the front, or in the top. Okay, right foot forward. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Bend both knees, hips square up, and push, and push, and push, and push. This foot is already across, in front, so it'll go across easily. I bend this left knee, that hip goes down. I bend my right knee, that hip goes down. I go bend, and bend. I really should go further across, shouldn't I? That line there always makes me go to the centre. Okay, one more time. 1 and 2 and 3. This hip's forward and this foot's forward. Bend this back knee and push that left hip forward and push and push and push. We're going to go across. Bend the left knee, that hip comes down. Bend the right knee, that hip comes down. Cross and cross, and then the last thing, very, very similar, but we're doing it the other way, and so it becomes an open one rather than a crossed one. So, my left hip is going to go up, down, bend this knee, bring the feet together, bend that knee, bring the feet together. So we have 3 variations here. We have the forward Egyptian walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. We sling in a little hip push and push and push and push and push. We now have the crossing Egyptian walk. Cross and side and cross and side. And now we have the sideways but open one. And bend this left knee. Da, da. Bend the right knee and that pushes that hip down. And bend the left knee and bring that together. Let's do that one a little bit more. Yeah? I whiz through that a little bit. So I take a step to the left, I bend my left knee, that hip pushes down. I then, as this foot comes in, the hip goes down, up, together, and I'm bent. Oh, sometimes, when I break things down a little bit too slowly, it gets a little bit too confusing. Da, da, dum. And bend this right knee. And bend that left knee. Hips go down, up, down each time. Dee, da, dum, da, da. The more you practice the Egyptian walk, the more your hips get used to just going up and down. Don't ever push these things. The more you tighten up and push, the less likely it is for those hips to do what they want to do. Yeah? If you've got the weight going in the right place and one knee bent and the other one straightened, you should naturally get that thing going on. Yeah? So let's do that again from the top. Come over here a little bit for you. And a right, and a left, and a right, and a left. Hip push, and push, and push, and push, and push. Going across, cross, and a side, and a cross, and a side. Other way, step to the left, knee down, together. Step, together. Okay, let's run it through with some music. Now, as I say, this little combo can go into pretty much any piece of music that you feel it suits. Because it's 16 counts, it will fit in pretty much anywhere. Now, I can't actually use Arabic pop or sort of well-known pieces of music because then my videos end up getting blocked. So this combination is actually part of something that I taught a few years ago. It was up on YouTube, and then last year it got completely blocked because, yeah, they've got the music got bought up by another producer, and they decided they didn't want anyone using it on YouTube. So it's gone now. I don't want that to happen again. So we're going to run it through with a simple rhythm. It's quite a nice rhythm. It's called the Maxim rhythm, and it's got a nice little tune going over the top. But check out my video called How to Use My 32 Count Combinations. This is a 16 count combination. Next week I'll be giving you 16 more counts to create a whole big combination that you can use in any of your choreographies. You can use this 16 count as well, but when you add in the 32 count, it's got a really nice chunky bit of dancing there then, you've got it. But yes, check out, I made a video explaining how to put these combinations and how they work in pretty much any piece of music. And at the moment, that video hasn't been blocked. So let's get going. We'll run it through a few times, and then I will teach you the arms, and we'll run it through with the arms as well. Okay? Okay, so let's go through a couple of times, and then I will teach you the arms. I said a couple, we'll do it a few times. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend and push, and push, and push. Going across, cross, bend, cross, bend, going back the other way, together, together. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And push, and push, and push. Let's go across. To the side. One more time, and then we'll do the arms. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Left, right, left, bend those knees, push, and push, and push. Going across, cross, side, the other way. Well done. Now let's do the arms, yeah? So let's add some arms to it. Do you know what I love doing when I'm doing an Egyptian walk, particularly if it's in the middle of a dance? So I've just been doing something else, and then we get into an Egyptian walk section. And if we lift the arms like that, I'll tell you now, everyone claps along. They love that. So it's a really, really nice thing to do. So we're going to go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as I bend my knees, I'm just going to bring this left hand just touching. Can you see how my palm is upwards? And I'm just very, very softly touching my fingers to my forehead here. And the other one is out here. So it's kind of mirroring, but it's not actually touching, yeah? And I'm going, and this is because it's I'm putting my hand here because it's a little folkloric move, and this is a kind of a classic Egyptian place to put the hands in a folkloric kind of dance, yeah? So, plie, push, and push, and push, and push. Now, I'm going to bring this hand across here and bring the other one in as I go across. And I'll tell you why I'm doing that. Because as I'm doing a bit of a twist, it opens the face up. We can really see the face, yeah? Now, here, you can, if you like, look at the audience, look away. Look at the audience, look away. It's nice to use a little change of gaze, a little change of, which way you're looking. If you're going to do something, particularly if you're doing something on a twist, it's quite nice to look away. Look at you, look away. Yeah? So, let's go back to the beginning. Egyptian walk, arms come up. Now make sure those shoulders are down as those arms come up, and let's bring them up into a beautiful V up here. Egyptian walk, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring this hand in, and push, and push, and push, and push. Bring this hand across, and this one's going to come into joint next. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Then my right arm is going to get a little bit fancier. My right hand is going to come across here. I like doing this. Across here. Then my hands are under my chin. I pull my elbows back and I come down here so people are just kind of like seeing, I'm drawing the attention down to my hips. Yeah? So we're going across, cross, and 2, and 3, and 4. Bring this left hand across, step, Egyptian walk to the left, feet together, slowly bring those arms down to here. Now your arms, particularly if you're going to do an arm pattern like that, take your time over it, don't rush. The arms and the hands want to take the full 8 counts, 4 counts, whatever it is, the full number of counts to come down, yeah? So, likewise when we're bringing those arms up, yeah, we take the full, this is 4 slow counts, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you can take your time coming down. They don't have to slap down on your hand, on your head. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Bring that hand across. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Slowly bring this hand over here as you come down, gaze, looking straight ahead at your audience for that last bit. Let's do that with the music. Okay, with the arms, yeah? So arms are going to come up nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in, and push, and push, and push. And come across the other one, arms in, nice and slowly here. And smoothly round, elbows back, and down. Yeah? Again. 5, 6, 7, 8, arms up. 2, 3, 4, and in. And look to your audience, look up. Look to your audience, look up. Hand comes across, so many things to think about. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, push, and push, and push, and push. And across. 2, 3, 4. So it's dropping up, getting my hand. Right. Last time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, push, and push, and push, and push. Look at your audience, look away. At your audience, look away. Now we're looking at them with a big smile. Well done! So there you go, that is a 16 count combination which will fit into any piece of music, particularly into any kind of pop music or sha'abi or folk music, but also into all sorts of other pieces of music. If it feels like it's going to work, it'll work, yeah? By now, I think the link to the original Egyptian walk video should have come up, and if it's not up already, very, very soon, there will be a link to the next week's video, which has got the rest of the combination. So you'll have a full 32 count combination with some extra fancy arms and a backwards Egyptian walk. So see you next time. Do subscribe, leave any comments or any questions for me, and look forward to seeing you next time.